Greetings. Welcome to the first Iron Forge Martial Arts online Yang Tai Chi course. I am Super Ben. I'll be running this as close to as I run a normal class as possible. Obviously, the biggest problem will be that I won't be able to correct people as I go through and offer advice. However, it will be pretty much exactly like a real class would be. So, go ahead and get on up and join me for Yang Tai Chi. Start out with, I will always start with a bow. A bow, even though you're on your own, is as much to get yourself in the center of mind that you're about to do martial arts as it is to introduce yourself into class. So, my particular form, we start with our right fist, which signify martial arts. Then we cover it to signify that we are not going to hurt each other. Note that this is also, we're not going to hurt ourselves. This is just training. Then we present it, showing the fist to our instructor, our fellow classmates, as well as to show respect for ourselves. This is about bettering yourself, not hurting yourself, not going too hard and burning yourself out or anything like that. Bring it back in. Now go ahead and push the energy down. Circle. And down. Signify that we're going to be energy. So let's go ahead and some loosening up exercise. I usually start at the top with my head rotating around one direction. I'm not stressing, I'm not straining, just trying to unlock those neck vertebrae. Loosen our jaw, start to relax, switch to the other side. You'll be hearing relax a lot. It was on Chang Fu said they've had the students told relax 1,000 times per lesson. Sure, they got sick of it, but at the same time, it's the most important thing of what we're doing. Next, stretch out the neck more. Take your hand, start pushing it towards the floor. Stretch your neck to the other side. Thank you. Stretch this muscle from here to here. Use some of the tension you carry there. Again, no straining, no hurting. But you definitely feel that stretch as we switch to the other side. And relax. Shake a little more. Make sure everything's nice and loose. We'll move down to our shoulders. We'll start with a small circling of our shoulders. We'll start disengaging tension in there. I don't know about you guys, but we've all sitting at computers, sitting in cars, carry a lot of tension in our upper shoulders. So we need to start working that out. Switch to the other way. Keep it loose. We're not straining, but we are starting to work. They're a bit warm. We'll switch. Put our hands wide. Let them go. Just working out our range of motion right now. Loosening up all those joints. Switch. Now, back and forth. Start pulling those back muscles. Good. Up and down. Back and forth. Make sure you're engaging your muscles, not hurting them. Go by your range of motion, not mine. Switch to our elbows. Flip and rotate. Slowly relax. Switch the other way. Relax. Now switch to our wrists. Now our wrists will push a little harder. Obviously not the pain. It's painful until you're doing it wrong. So don't do that. Switch. But our wrists in particular, usually when you stretch out a little bit more, get a little bit more tension into it. Take one hand, like a knee, press down carefully. This is another person doing it to you. The joint lock. But for right now, we're just trying to stretch out. Stretching out here, pushing in here. Relax. Now we're going to pull it back. Again, if this is a person doing it to you, it would be considered one of those joint locks. So don't make it painful. But you should also be noticing it. It's no good to just have something like this when you can go a little back like this. Now take that hand, shake it, just let it whip around. Make sure everything's loose, connected. Alright, take this hand, you can pull down. A little bit of strain, not pain. Relax. Look back. And relax. Shake it. Very important. Walk around all stiff all the time and never just let our hands and feet just relax. A little more shaking. Good. Next, we'll start our torso. Swing back and forth. Notice that I'm kind of tapping myself here. Sort of way to wake up your internal energy. Your Qi. If that's not a scary concept. Just making sure, best point, we feel ourselves. Also note, I'm being very careful with my knees. Don't strain your knees here. You need to come up, come up. Same time, it's the torso exercise. So feel a twist from your navel all the way up to your neck. Now, as we continue this flopping, lean forward. Noticing I'm still doing that light patting. Stimulate those legs, get them awake, get them moving. Bring yourself up, lean back carefully. You have back problems, shoulder problems, feels painful, do what you can. Always be careful. And relax. Shake the shoulders a bit. Usually at this point, I felt whole bunches of tension come right out. So that's a good feeling for me. Next, we're going to be bending for our toes. I have about a foot apart. I don't want to be too close. Makes me unbalanced. I don't want to be too far because it doesn't engage quadriceps quite the way I'd like. But about a foot from my height, shoulder width is pretty common description. But first, relax, start bending down. Goal is to have it feel like we're coming one vertebrae down at a time. And a deep breath. Sink a little bit lower. At this point, you can grab your toes and pull up, focusing on the middle of your back. That's a good stretch. You can't reach that. Try for your calves, knee, just try. One, come up slowly. And lean back slightly. Now we're going to be stretching out everything from here to here. Going slowly. Taking care with ourselves. Come back up. Come back down slowly again. Stretch to the left side. If you can, grab, pull. Stretch the other side. And relax. The right side. Relax. Back to center. Aim. Grab those toes one more time. Relax. Hopefully you'll have seen you come down quite a bit. Now come up again. Do one vertebrae at a time. Nice and slow. Deep breathing. All the way to birth. Good. Check. You're doing a lot of shaking at this point, so get used to it. Next, the ever so fun part, start working on our balance. Take one leg, lift it up, make a big circle with your knee. Working on our balance. If you're having trouble, find a wall. Next, switch the other way. Try to disengage all the tension in our hips right now. Nice and easy. If you feel a pop, like see, we're still going to work on my balance right now. At about this point, we're normal. Actually, it's kind of what you want to do. Obviously, if it's hurting, take it back a notch. Okay, switch to our knee. Today is definitely not the greatest, but we're rotating our knees. Definitely no strain here, just let go. Relax, switch the other. So, part of it, with my balance problems, is definitely you gotta switch to forward. Works great for the other people that are doing judo and throws and being thrown. If you're trying to maintain your balance, not so much. Now, switch to an ankle. That's nice. A little easy everybody. Shake a bit. Draw it in, pull back those toes a bit. Now, take yourself straight back Notice my feet are parallel. And lean forward. Try to keep that heel on the ground. Give a light stretch to that calf. Light. Don't pull anything. Draw in. Shake one more time. Then we'll do it. Low, medium, high kick. Low, medium, high. Draw back. Lift the other leg. Forward. We'll kick the other way. Or knee. That's what I'm unsure. One part about how I'm going to be doing these videos is that you get to see it as a real class. So all the seafoods, wobbling, moving around, mistaking left from right. Teach kids at an elementary school. And they love to laugh at me because left, that's right. Sign of mastery. The less you're able to remember which side is left and right, the more closer to mastery you are. That was a big bridge to some. But in any case, that calf, you'll be seeing your real class. Maybe not so many big claps, but that's all right. Draw in, shake, low, knee, high. And shake one more time. Hopefully you're all loose, relaxed, and ready for Qi Gong. Now, Qi Gong is considered the foundation of Tai Chi. A lot of historians, legends talk how Qi Gong, which in Chinese is literally breath work, close working translation, but it's basically exercises. So they would start with exercises to build up their strength, their stamina, and then later on would found that if they added a few martial moves, got martial arts. At least that's one story I heard. In any case, Qigong is foundational to Tai Chi because in many ways Tai Chi and Qigong are interconnected. You can't have one without having the other. But these particular sets of Qigong are specifically developed for developing your Yang Tai Chi skills here. So to start out with, we're going to get in what is called Wu Ji stance. I have my feet about shoulder width apart. And knees are slightly bent. Now, I want to relax my back here so it becomes fairly straight. Don't want to push it out. I don't want to hold it back. I want to develop something nice and straight, but it's got to be developed by being relaxed. So, most people I find, and myself included, when you start out like this, you'll think you're straight when you're like this. You're not, because we tend to hunch over and spend lots of time petting our people. Anyway, but so how I found finally to get straight is to have my knees bent. I lean Feels like I'm leaning back ever so slightly. Then I deliberately try to release my tension back here when my pelvis girdle just hang. Now, when you start out, you'll probably find you cannot do this. That's all right. Time and effort is how we get masculine. Next, lift our hands to about shoulder width, height, excuse me. And it's like I'm holding a big old beach ball. Kind of like that one back there. Maybe not quite so big. But my hands, everything is creating a circle in here. I have my head is upright. I feel like I'm suspended by a thread up here. Then just kind of hang. Deeply into the nose, open up our abdomen, and out. In, start moving our shoulders relaxed. I'll find them up here, down here. Good. Next, come out. Start the first real energy of Tai Chi. Wrists come up. Draw them up like there's strings in our wrist. And down. 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 Up. And down. Now, let all the up, well, not all of it, but most of the up and the down coming from my legs. And just kind of floating along to the right. This is the first energy from rising and sleep. Rise, sleep, relax, rise, sleep. Get the back straight. Get suspended by a thread. Deeply try. Up, up, down, down. Right hand, stay on the top. Shift the right side. Hold the ball. Push. Present the ball. Flip it over. Catch. Then left hand this time. And this is like non-twist. Opening our hips. Hold Qi. Straight. Relax. I want you to note that I'm shifting my weight from right to left. And those legs are working. All right. Next, legs. Right foot forward, forward, back, forward, back, forward. At this point, I'm trying to keep it level because I want my quadriceps to be engaged. In, breathe out. In, and out. Then roll it down over the top. Over it. Switch the other way. Make sure it's your legs doing the work here. My hands are not moving in this position. The other way. Left foot in front, forward and back. You're not hyperextending the knee. I'd like to go till the thighs just start feeling a bit of tension. Circle over the top. And in the circle motion, circle your hips. Switch the other way. Nope. Keeping myself straight up here. Not leaning forward. Not leaning back. Nice and straight. Switch the other way. Yes. Now let's go ahead and draw in. Relax. Fall right back into the lunge stance. If you've done it correctly, you can fall right into it. So that's what my master says. I have yet to fall directly into my danger. In case, search for last bits of tension. You're burning up your quadriceps right now. And relax. So, Qi Gong is foundational to Tai Chi. All these moves that I just showed, you can do it any time. Particularly find Wu Ji if you're just standing around somewhere. Bend your knees a little, sink down, straighten your back, and sit there. Masters, I hear that do this for hours upon hours every day. But we don't have hours, so we're going to move on to the fourth part of the form. So, the current plan is that on Mondays and Thursdays, I'll be teaching the short form of Yang Tai Chi. The short form is probably the newest of the traditional forms. It has a lot in common with what's called combined form. But we keep the Yang flavor in this one. And while it is definitely a lot shorter than the 108 form that takes 20 minutes, it still has a lot of the things you'll need for Tai Chi. In any case, the best thing about this form is that it's fairly short, fairly easy to learn, and doesn't take nearly as much space. But I'll be covering section by section, covering both sides, as covering one side, switching to the other so you can see it all, and I'll be repeating several times while I give explanations. Later on, if you have questions, leave them in the comments below, and on Fridays I'll be doing Q&A, answer questions, correcting, because undoubtedly when I see some of this I'll see that I've done something wrong. It happens, but better to make a mistake, acknowledge it, fix it, than make it and never acknowledge it, because then you're going to be wrong forever. So in any case, first part. We start in Mamuji position. Shoulders relax, legs are bent, back is straight. In the beginning Tai Chi, lift our hands about shoulder height. No position of the camera gives a false impression that it's an eye height for me, but it is at shoulder height for you guys. A few deep breaths, then hands just drop. Take a big deep breath, then we sink all our weight to our right leg as I turn slightly. I bring up this leg, circle it out, shift all the weight over to the left as I turn, the right as I turn. Center. I bring down slightly, rise, sink halfway down. So you line up about with my shoulder, solar plexus. So again, relax. Lift the hands, drop. Shift all the way to the right side. Again, left foot. Circle it out. Sink to the left. Sink to the right. Sink. Rise halfway. Rise all the way. Sink halfway. A few general points about this. When you're dropping, it should literally feel it's dropping because your hands are too heavy to hold up. Everything just drops. In some ways, this is considered a sinking or dead energy. But at this point, it's as much to bring all our thoughts, all our consciousness into our hands, if it's already in your head, and let it all go. Next, shifting the weight. Notice that I am twisting as I do this. If you just shift over here, notice what happens to my leg. It starts splaying out this way. Bad for your knees, and you'll be pretty unstable. So, twist the two. Then that allows this foot to have no weight, which allows it to move. This rules in Tai Chi. You can move a non-weighted foot. As I shift the weight over this side again by twisting. This creates a straight line down that's perpendicular to the ground. Really roots your foot into the ground. It'll be much harder to move than you'll expect at this point. And shift the weight all the way to the right again. Twist, untwist, and just kind of sink down. Most things in Tai Chi have martial applications, and these do. But this is as much to engage your legs and mix that feeling of rootedness in each foot, right? So twist the hip, have the leg start anchoring into the ground. Twist, and twist, and relax. So that brings us to the actual start of the short form. Actually, from here, start the short form. Yeah, I've only been doing this for 15 years, can't you tell? In any case, first movement is called wild horse, parts the name. Now, first thing we do is let our right hand come across to our left side. As we do that, our weight shifts over the right side. That allows this foot to start tilting in. Move that foot, lift up our toes, so we're on our heel, and don't twist the foot, because you'll start torquing your knee that way. Twist the knee in, and that'll bring the foot along. Very important thing. So our right hand has come across, and draw in what is called holding. Step out, stepping on the heel. As I push myself forward, my weight shifts onto my left leg. As I twist again, I bring this toe in by shifting the knee. As I do that, this hand comes up, comes to up, my height with top finger, called wild horse, parts the name. Again, relax. We'll start in the halfway position. Shift the weight over to our left side. Twist the hand across ourselves, bring in those toes. Sink the weight to the right side. Do that, this hand scoops right in. This hand stays at our face at about 2 thumb lengths away. Step out, facing it on our heel, shift the weight over. As I twist, my toes come forward, my hands come up. I act with all my weight on the right side. The left hand is high. This right hand is low, about navel level, blocking right in front of our groin. Then, as I shift all the way back, my toes come up, my hand will turn. Sink forward, draw in the weight, shifting all the weight onto the side. As I do that, this hand blocks low, this hand blocks high for left side weight. Then I step up as I sink forward, pivot on the foot and the hand. Come back, sink forward. Draw in, step out, sink forward. Now, few notes. Particularly, as you probably noticed, I did a little bit wrong on that third time. But in any case, my holding ball is here. This is guarding my face. This is in front of my groin. All my weight is on this back leg. Very guarded position. Don't have real openings. But it's only transitioning this hip holding ball. As I step, I'm not coming straight up. That gives me a very narrow stance, as you can see right now. So I almost take my leg and move it directly horizontal. But when I come forward, allows this good gap that you see here. So I don't have any strain on my knees. I have some ability to resist sideways pressure. And I'm nice and strong in my stance. Also, final note, my hand is, when it comes up, pretty much locks at, let's see, shows about 45 degrees from your center line. So I'm not here, not out here, right about here. That keeps this elbow in line with the center of your body, which allows it to be very strong. To move it further to the side, I'm twisting my hip. So it's not my hand going out here, it's my hip. So I come here, come back. So that's when I pull back on this hip a bit. Sink forward. With this, that's putting all of your weight going forward. And it sets you up for the next hold. Step out on the heel. As I sink forward, my hand comes up, I hike. And it's in that 45 line when I twist, sink back, forward, and up. One last time. So, this is usually considered a throw in Tai Chi. Don't have a person here, but the idea is, throws a punch towards my face, I block it and guard myself. This hand will be grabbing in, and I step behind him, twist over. Important parts of why we need to keep it here, if I start coming out here, my body mechanics become really bad because I do not have the muscles leverage or strength out here that I have here. Then come back, imagining somebody's coming right at me, locks it off to the side as I sink forward, transferring all my energy from here, here. The beginnings of the idea of internal energy right here with the short cord. So I'm not ever going to be throwing my hand. I'm going to basically be keeping it here, sinking my weight forward. Advantages are you don't need to be as strong to make things work. But for most people, real advantage is that it seems to be very good for your health. And Qi keeps being rated like 1 or 2 on best exercise for you. Fairly low impact, as Yang style is. And you're not really doing a lot of stretching and straining, but you are working, I guess the best way to put it is. So again, relax, lift our hands, and drop. All the way comes to our right side, simply do that. Sink to our left side, to the right side, center, rise, sink. The right hand comes over the top, give it our toes, draw it in, hold it, step out, we sink forward, brace twist, brace twist. Now each maximum, hold back, sink forward, on the holding. step out. Force press the knee. Draw in. Step out. So when you do it on the others, going the other way, you can get a better view of some things. Make sure you're not up there. Right. Relax. Rise. Up. All the way to the right side. Shift down, left, right. See to the left side. To the right side. Center. Rise. See halfway. As the right hand comes over the top. Rise, hold it. Step out. As I sit belly forward, hand comes up. Withdraw. Step forward. Hold it. Step out. Forward. Draw. Draw into the last. Sit. One more time. Loss. Only way you ever get better. Get to the end of it, tell yourself one more time. Rise. Up. All the way to the right side. Circle out. Left. Right. Sink. Rise. Sink halfway. Right hand comes over the top. Hold it. Step out. All force parts the knee. Withdraw. Step forward. Step out. All force parts its knee. Keep. Draw in. Step out. All force parts its knee. And this side in. Hands low. Squeeze high. All my weights forward. There's a concept very important to Tai Chi called no double weighting. So, weighting is in hand weight. The idea is that if those base form, that we'll rarely, if ever, have our weight at the center. Obviously, at the beginning of this, we do have that for a reason. We don't have it later. But in any case, get used to the idea, shifting your weight back, one leg, the other. A lot of things in Tai Chi will make a lot more sense. You have this idea that you're 100% over here, 0% over here. It's more like 90-10. Because you know it's simple. Got a little bit of the other in every single one. But I'm all the way over. So as soon as you have all the way over here, you'll notice all the way over here. This leg comes. Wait, here, my left leg. Now you gotta shift it over. Extra movement. Well, extra movements. Actually, people are lazy. I want to go all the way over here. Bring it up. Bring it all over here. Bring it up. Relax. So, particularly for those that are completely starting, when you're doing this form, I would worry more about sinking that weight over here. The point, you can almost just lift that foot up. Then, when you come to the other side, over here. So, as soon as you're over here, we'll shift back with this one. over here, lift this way, over here, lift this way, and it back, slide, this way too. So yin-yang idea. Yang, nice, big, and full. Other side. Or you can think of it also this side, waving around doing lots of stuff. Meanwhile, though, your powers are down here. You'll feel tension in your quadriceps and your quad, so that when you sink forward, that transfers from here, here, yin, yang. All right. Give it the time. Performance. Let's go through this again. Uno más. I almost always try to start, even when I've been doing a form over and over from this very beginning, because you usually need to remember all those little principles again, like shoulders are dropped, head suspended by a thread, no double weighting, sink halfway. All right, all the way to the right side, draw in, step out as we sink. Off this person, withdraw. Come on. Open ball number 2. Step out. Pulse 3, 2. There goes my balance. And 3. I'm noticing that for particularly myself, I'm having a problem stepping out this way, which is why my balance is going on, because my stance is too narrow. So something I'll be practicing is stepping further out. It's always a learning process. No matter how good you get, draw. Draw into a holding ball. Step out. First place. 2. Wave. Walk. Break bad habits. So, first section of short form, 3 part wild horses names. After, of course, the intro to Tai Chi. Work on these carefully. Try, particularly for newbies, thinking about shifting that weight. It's the most important part right now. Get nothing else out of today. Left side, left, right side. All right. So I almost always complete class with a bit of meditation. Meditation, I've found, is very vital to really understanding how Tai Chi and internal arts work, because we have a pretty active mind, particularly in American society. We're always trying to go. We're always on our phones trying to do something more and more. But it has the downside of here and over there, over there, over there. But for Tai Chi to really work, all your attention needs to be here and you. Only you and whoever happens to touch you or person. So we'll work on meditation. So to sink, find a good comfortable position. If you can, there is lotus posture. It's better for meditation if it's comfortable. It is not comfortable for those of us with huge thighs and calves. So what's called the tailor position, cross-legged position, works just fine. And if you can't do that, feel free to find a chair. Right now, it's the most important thing to be comfortable because we're going to be relaxing. I personally like to put my hands on my knees, let them relax with the full fingers to holding position. But if you want, you can put your middle finger and thumb together in Chinese theory. This is creating a very good Qi circuit. In my personal practice, I find it makes a very good way to have a focus on your hands. But for right now, if it's comfortable, hold here, here, here. But right now, we're just going to do breathing. So we're trying to keep ourselves straight. Breathe in through our nose. Fill up our abdomen. Big as we can. Then release it. Release. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. As we breathe in, we're forcing into our abdomen, into our lower abdomen, while we're trying to Gong in. Everything close its association with the center of gravity. Of course, Chinese Gong had a lot more to it than just center of gravity. Breathe in, fill up the abdomen, breathe in low. Out. Breathe in. And out. Right now, let's focus on the breathing. Probably most basic breathing exercises. Most basic of meditation. Just trying to bring my consciousness for everything that's going on around us. Down here. Down here. A couple more breaths. Slowly back. Okay. You've had your eyes closed. Open them. Otherwise, start bringing your consciousness back to the rest of your day. Check out if you need to. And stand up. Alright, that concludes this class. I hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you've learned something. Again, I'll be trying to do this 4 days a week. Monday and Thursday will be short form. We'll be continuing on this. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I'm looking to do long form. That's a lot more involved, a lot more physical. So, if you have health problems, knee problems, all that, we want to stay here with the short form and my more basic exercises, because in my long form classes I'll be doing more conditioning, and the long form itself is a lot more physically demanding. In any case, thank you very much. I hope you liked. Please like the video for more content, subscribe for notifications, and hit the bell icon for notifications. Thank you. This is it. And relax.